So I completed my first 2 days of radiation for squamous cell carcinoma that went from my ear to my parotid gland, which I had removed. So I changed into my gown and then I laid on the table and they put my mask or mold back onto me, which was very tight this time. You could not really move at all inside of it. It was even like hard to swallow. What they did before they did the treatment was take some images. So the machine kind of has like 3 arms, and on one arm is a screen, on another arm is the round disc that does the radiation. And I'm not really sure what or how to explain the other arm, but they kind of just like circle around your body. And yeah, so they took images to make sure that I was in the right position because it has to be correct to the millimeter, the targeted area of radiation. So they really want to make sure they have everything right. So the first day takes longest to get all the measurements. And after they took the measurements, I was kind of having a little bit of panic. So I told them like I'm a little bit having anxiety. So somebody came into the room, a nurse, and she talked to me. She told me they were waiting for the doctor's approval to see if they could go ahead with the treatment. And she stayed with me for a while until they had the approval. I told her that, yes, I'm claustrophobic. And even though the mask doesn't have a face, like right here, it's cut out. I mean, it's on your chin and here, but it has a cutout. Even though it had a cutout, just being strapped in so tightly and knowing you couldn't move or leave or get out by yourself because you're clipped into the table, it was scaring me. I'm very thankful that it doesn't have a face covering because I don't know if I would make it through the treatment. So after they got the doctor's approval, the nurse left and they did the treatment, and it didn't really last that long. It was only like maybe 5 or 6 minutes. And then the strange thing was the disc that had the radiation, I thought it would just like stay right here, but it actually goes all around you 4 times. And I asked why that is, and they said, they want to get it from target it from every area. And I guess they used to do it only in one place, but then it really had a lot of side effects and burning on the skin and things like that. So after the treatment, I went to my sister's house with my mom, and I started noticing that my inner ear was hurting. It did hurt my inner ear after surgery from the parotidectomy, but it had gone away. But it had hurt again. And then I noticed my jaw was very tight and it was hard for me to open my mouth. So I was getting a little nervous that this would be like a cumulative effect and I would still have all these side effects that they didn't really mention. So I was like, I hope this is a one-time thing. The earache did go away by the end of the day. The jaw, I woke up and the next day was fine. And the next day was radiation again. So I went to radiation this time and it was a lot quicker. Maybe at most 15 minutes. I mean, they still had to do some imaging before they started, but the treatment really isn't that long. And so I was more calm. I wasn't anxious. It was quicker. And I didn't have any side effects after the treatment this time. So, that's how it's been going so far. They told me the first week I wouldn't really have any side effects. So hopefully that's the case. And maybe even I won't have side effects the next week. Who knows? But yeah, that's my story.